Welcome, Aries, to your Inspirational Astrology Weekly Forecast for the week of October 7th through 14th, 2013. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, we have shifted into a lot this week, Aries. You know, for you, this is very intense because the Mercury and Saturn energy is affecting your passions. You know, this is really deep in understanding where the work is, especially because we have the North Node here. This is where the eclipses are happening. And you know, this is a very important spot for you to actually commit yourself to what you want to invest your energy in. And I think a lot of this has to do with your heart and your passions, as this is the last week of Mars in Leo, which is really, you know, going strong here. And this is about your happiness. You know, it has to deal with relationships and happiness because we got the Sun in Libra, we got Mars in Leo. This is about making sure all of your relationships are ironed out and kinked out correctly, and to make sure that, you know, you're investing your energy into what you really love in your life. I think that, you know, where you invest any of your emotions or energy are going to determine whether you're happy or not. So maybe you need to look at your whole life over again and start to find your passions all over. You know, what is it you really love, Aries? Now, this is a crazy end to the week because the Sun is going to square Jupiter. And a lot of this is forcing us to expand. And for you, this is having you feel a lot. You know, there's a lot of feelings to explore. And maybe this is the difficulty in the relationships. Maybe there's some new understanding you must find in how you react with your feelings. Maybe your feelings aren't coming across correctly in your relationships, and maybe this can be part of the difficulty. And I think if you start investing your energy correctly, and you, of course, pay attention to your work and your plans, you know, because especially this week, the moon comes in, conjuncts Pluto, and is going to be opposing all this energy. That happens with Jupiter and the Sun square. So this is very weird about making sure that your work, your relationships, but more importantly, your family and your emotions are all working together. And so I think it's about time, you know, that you explore new areas emotionally. Maybe, you know, try crying. Maybe try, you know, reaching out in your relationships and exposing some emotions you haven't before. But other than that, you know, it's a wonderful week. Go for your heart, Aries, because there is a passion and a heart that's waiting for you. But you got to make sure you're investing it in the right spot. Now, I'm also doing this for every week now. I pull a card for every sign, and wow, so you pulled a really crazy one here. This is the Eight of Swords. You know, a lot of this is, I think, breaking you free of things that are holding you down in your life, but it's probably because the investment is not in the right direction, and there's probably lots of emotions that you're holding on to. And yes, this is a mindful card, but you know, it's interesting to see that I think it's your mind that needs to start paying attention to what you really need to invest your time in. Thank you so much, Aries, and I will see you next week.